Okay, it's that time. I am oh nope, right on the button. How about that? Oh, okay. I guess it just popped up and told me a weird message. So if you get on, let me know that you can hear me and see me and go from there. Oh, Christy's on. Hey, Christy. Um, yeah, let me know. You can hear me, you can see me, and we'll go from there. Vesta's on. Hi, Vesta. Glad you made it home safe. Tonight, it's been a whirlwind day for me today. I've been cutting the backpacks for Sunday's class for 2 days now, and getting a Popeye arm over here on the right from doing all the wheeling, and my eyes are just going crazy. I don't think I've had to focus this hard with my new glasses, and ooh, got a horrible headache. Might be the weather and all that crap too, but yeah, so it's just been a crazy day, and I was gonna cancel because I got a raging headache, but you know what? I'm here. I showed up. I said, no, I wasn't here last week. I better be here this week. And so I spent a long time. I wanted to use that scenic pumpkin patch set. Has anybody used that yet? I wanted to use that, and it was just more involved than what I wanted to get into today. Hey, Bonnie. So I was gonna cancel it till tomorrow night so that I could work on that card, but I didn't. I came up with a whole new path. I went down a whole new avenue. I just came up with something completely different. It'll be fairly quick today because of my new card. Maybe, maybe not. I'll go slow and get right to it. So let's see, what do we got to tell you guys? Oh, free shipping today. Hopefully everybody got their order in for free shipping. If you don't have $75 worth of stuff and you are close to me, shoot me an email, message me right now with what you need. I can add it. I do have a few things that are teetering on the should I press order button again. This morning I got on fairly early and I ordered a whole bunch of stuff. And now that I look back, I should have really planned this class. I see my October class is fall cards, and I'm gonna have, yeah, I just completely ordered the whole vision for the fall class wrong. But that's okay. You guys will end up probably with some extra supplies from it. I'm going to do that in October. I ordered some stuff. After that's done, I'm going to be doing a few Christmas card buffet options. And then December, you guys, we're going to just take it low key. And I'm going to offer I'm going to do this set, Enjoying Little Things. And we're going to focus on some cards, maybe some gift card holder. I don't know yet, but I ordered that. That's going to be what the class is using. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to get on to designing that, and we'll go from there. But that's a sneak peek of December. So I got the rest of the year planned, ready to go. I got a couple more girls' weekends in there to really nail down my designs and stuff. So stay tuned for more to come on that. So let's get going. Let's see. There's nothing else. There's no thanks, Bonnie. Um, let's hope that I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. So let's go here. We want to change up our what happens when you have a headache? You can't think straight. You guys, I had a really great time. If you ever get the chance to go to Inspiration in Bloom retreat in Oak Harbor, Ohio, highly recommend the place. It's a gorgeous retreat facility. And you know what? Hold on. I tried to get my picture done that I need to do for the YouTube header. And so I was taking a picture of it and I left it over on the desk. Yeah, you guys, Vesta was there with us. It was just a gorgeous, I mean, this place has a pool, a hot tub, just you name it. It lacked for nothing. The massage, there's a room. I think that people must actually do like work there because the place is so booked. They work out of it all the time. There's a massage room, a nail room, pedicure room. And there's two different rooms, I think, that they do all that stuff in. So it was crazy. It, like I say, you lack for nothing. And the scrapbook stamping supplies, holy cow. Um, it's not as big as Scrapaloo in Delton if you've ever been there. But maybe if she spread it around, it could give it a pretty good run for its money. Oh my gosh, she had so many collections. Anyway, I'm digressing on my wonderful week that I had with Vesta and Julie and Jean and a couple Lindas and a G and 24, 25 new friends I made. Tanya, Mary, oh, Tony. Anyway, this is a card we're going to make. It is I'm going to call it an emboss resist, I believe is the technique. So we're going to, this could also have been done on our shiny paper that we used to have, glossy white photo paper, I guess probably is what you would call it nowadays. But I'm just going to use like basic white. So I'm starting with, oh, and I did a little envelope doodad on there. Sure, like that. Might stamp over that. I might try that on the next one, but I'll show you. So I've got a Mossy Meadow base at 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4.25. Burnish on the full. Oh, Christy, yes, you would just be amazed at how wonderful the place was. I've also got a pretty peacock layer at 5.25 by 4. Actually, I'm not going to glue that on yet. And then our layer we're going to work on is 5 by 3.75. And like I said, you can use the glossy paper here. I'm just using basic white, but you could use some glossy paper. So what I'm using is this stamp, you guys. I am embarrassed to say I never ever have even inked this stamp set till today. We got it for free at Onstage, not Onstage Houston. I'm thinking, I don't know where I was before that. Might have been Onstage in Houston. We got it. And I haven't inked her up yet. So let's get some ink on it. It's going to be Invisa ink. We're going to use Versamark. So I'm just going to get it all filled up with the Versamark. Sorry if I'm making I'll try and be softer. But earlier when I did it, I didn't get the whole stamp inked up. So I think that looks pretty good from the glare I'm seeing. So this is how I do my background stamps. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to lay it down where I want it. Then I just take a scrap piece of like printer paper and I just go over it with my hand. You could use your brayer, but this works for me as long as I'm not jiggling the whole table around on you. G's on? Oh, I love G. She's I think she was from Illinois. We had quite a few people from that area. Actually, we had some two more people from Muskegon and a couple people from over Detroit area, maybe. Shelly and Cindy. And then we're going to take clear embossing powder and we're going to fill it up. Let's see, it's not covering it up how I want. So let's stick it down in there. There we go. Tap it off a little bit. And then I'm going to heat it up. Oh, let me get out my tweezers. We got some tweezers. We got little like pillow gifts every single day. Most of the girls had a little something something that they gave us, and it like lasted throughout the week. It seemed like every day we were getting something new, something, a little gift of some sort, or the host gave us a bunch of gifts, and every day was another surprise of goodies. If you looked in the background of my setup now, I have some of the things that we got on my shelf behind me now. We learned some new stuff. Julie showed us how to make paper beads. That's addicting. We made cool bracelets, which I did not put mine back on today. All kinds of fun stuff. That's probably why I didn't get very many cards done. I was too busy. Oops, I got a heat over there. I was too busy interacting with all the things there were to do. Or eating, or maybe I was just talking, because you know how I love to flap my gums, girls. All right, so I got 4 colors of ink. We're going to use Pretty Peacock, Page of Craze, Mossy Meadow, and Crushed Curry. Thought those looked like kind of good fall colors. So let me roll up my sleeves here. Probably could just take my jacket off, but might be a little chilly. So I made this 2 different ways. And the first time I started in the middle and worked my way out, but I think I'm gonna, this one I started at the edges and worked my way in. And I think I'm gonna do that. I think it just gave me a little better, it wasn't the big one here. I want to be Pretty Peacock, and I went too crazy with the ink all around it. So I'm gonna start with the yellow. Crushed Curry. I'm going to dab down on my tray or my glass mat, and then I'm just going to go over the image. And let's do a couple of them. I'll do this big one here. Oops, I forgot to go off on my. So that's basically all I'm going to do is just go around this whole paper. We've got to do one over on this side. This. And then we're going to let's go to Cajun Craze. I'm going to wipe this yellow off. And you can wipe your paper off in between, because what's happening is the color is soaking into the paper, but because we put the clear embossing powder down, it's not soaking into the image. That makes sense. So let me show you. So I have a cloth, and then when you're done, you just buff You just kind of buff over your image. It'll pick that color up on it or off from it. See how I got the color off from the image there. And then that will also keep it from, you don't have to do it this many times, but it'll keep the color from getting picked up in your brush if you happen to go over it. But let's see, did I get enough? I think we got enough of the Cajun Craze. Let's find another one. Let's do this big one down here. I inked all these before I went to Chirpy Doodle retreat. And this one is not looking like I really put much ink on it, but could be an older pad and it's soaking up the ink different than. Who knows? All right, so let's see. I'm going to do this little, try and get this little guy here in the center. Wipe this off. I brought the, and it's okay if you don't wipe it up. It's just going to get all over the back. It's not like we're going to start over with this one if we messed it up. All right, let me get the, okay, let's do some green. I got Mossy Meadow. Come in here. It's a juicy one. Oops, that's not green. Okay, so let me assess where else we want some green. Let's go do this big one over here with some green. And, you know, obviously it's whatever colors you're choosing to blend with. But I keep doing this just to show you how the color is picking up off from the colored image. So you can see here, let's try and put a little more yellow here because I missed that. So we'll put a little yellow just to highlight that. It's going to mix with the green. What else we got? Let's go. Let's put a little more yellow over here and blend these two together. What else we got? We need some more. Let's put some peacock. I guess it's not really going to matter. I'm going to put the peacock down here. They all kind of get close together when you get down to this point. Wipe that off and see where I might need to. So you can see I got some, well, maybe you can't see, but I got some blue on that, but I'm just like wiping it off and comes off the leaf. But I do want to make my center one pretty peacock. So let's go here next and then we'll figure out what other colors we want to use. Blend those together. I got little bitty brushes. I should have hauled those out. I get too heavy-handed and big old circles and See what we get. All right, that's not too shabby. So I got one more here. Oh, guess I'm gonna go yellow. Only got that little smidge of yellow right there, so fill that in with some yellow. And as I run it across the other colors, it'll give it a little different anyway, because you could see the difference in my yellows as I was picking up the other colors too. So that is our card front. Now we're just going to wipe off all of that color that's stuck in our embossing. It's not stuck in it, but sitting on top of it. Okay. Set that aside for a second. Then I have a piece for the inside. Oh, that's my envelope. Here it is. I have a piece for the inside, so let me wipe off. I didn't bring, oh, there it is. Yes, I did. Let me wipe off my color here real quick. We got that. Then I'm going to try and be fancy. So let's see. I'm going to wipe this stamp off. If I can get the majority of the Versamark off. Okay. Now, I'm going to get tricky. We're going to, let's see, I'm going to try this. Okay, I'm going to just ink up this one in the corner, if that's possible. All else fails, and I get way too much, then we will just use our shirt and wipe it off. So now I'm going to put this piece of paper just over that little corner. Right here. And then we're going to do the same kind of idea that we did to the front. Put some clear embossing powder on it. Needed my what do you call it? My paintbrush. So don't look, but I'm going to show you anyway. I'm just taking my shirt to get that. Because I don't want it on all those spots. So I just did that to get it off. Heat that up real quick. Had I had my the brush, paintbrush thing that came with it, with the tray and the embossing button, I could have used that. But so now all I'm going to do is, I think the inside, I'm just going to go over this again with the yellow. Make sure I don't have any. Hope my mom's not on. Is my mom on? Hey, Jean. Oh, mom's on. Dang it. She saw me using my clothes for cleanup tools. I know she taught me better than that, but she's not here, right? Maybe she wasn't looking. She didn't see me do that. Now I'm going to use a little bit of green. I'm just going to give it a little shadow around the outside area. And then we'll wipe it off. See how the green, I got that green on there. See how it's just coming off? I could have zoomed down on it and made y'all sick, but I don't want to do that. All right, so we're going to call that good. Now we're done with the ink. That's our like fancy technique for today. Janice is on too. Hey, Janice. All right. I'm gonna put those off to the side. Then we're just going to, I'm gonna start with this, get it off my space. So we're gonna glue it to the inside. This one is 5 1/4 by 4. And we'll glue that down. All right, so now because heat embossing kind of curls it up, I'm going to use my brayer to get that glue to stick down. I think I need a little more over here. Wants to curl up on me, so okay, so there's our inside. Let's do our outside. We are going to glue this down to our 5 1/4 by 4 inch pretty peacock. Eyeball that the best I can with my sore eyeballs. See if I can get that on there. Oops, not quite. And then I'm just going to use my brayer again and roll that over it to get all that ink spread around. It's like I might need a little smidgy right there. There. That little brayer tool. I don't use it for brain, but I use it for things like that. I need to practice that. I don't spread my ink around very good with the brayer. Practice makes perfect. All right, so now we're gonna, how do we want to lay that down? Kind of like it like that. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with it right here. That looks pretty good for my spacing. Put that brayer back too fast, and let's just go over that like that. Okay, so now to finish it up, I've got the Changing Leaves bundle. Hybrid, I think it is. It's a hybrid. So I showed it to you guys one time. Let me show it to you again. So you get the stamp set. You get an embossing folder. And then you get a die set. So you get this full on, all the leaves in there. And then you get some open leaves and some labels and some other spriggis in there. So what we're going to do is take this die, and then it fits over the embossing where it's the side that sticks up. You can feel that. See, I'm trying to wiggle it and it doesn't go anywhere. So it's kind of like, I'm going to call it stuck in place right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lay some pieces of paper over the leaves that I want to capture. Like this. I've got some mossy meadow. I'm going to use some crushed curry on. We'll just go, let's not get greedy. We'll just go for these two here. And then I've got a little bit of Cajun craze. That will go for those. So then just close it up and run it through your embossing machine. You just need the gray plate and the base plate. I'll run this through real quick. And then when you open it, you've cut out all the pieces and emboss them. So now we've got some crushed curry leaves. I've got a Cajun craze. And then we have the big green one over here. And so this you can either emboss with the folder alone, or you can use the dies alone, or you can do what I just did. And this will cut and emboss. I guess it goes down here. This will cut and emboss those three pieces for you. And so that's a pretty slick tool. I like how they came up with those hybrid folders like that. All right, we're going to pull back in. And I'm going to use the big green one. And this is what I did on my other card over here. I cut the edge off, so I just layered it right there. Let's see. And then you can just cut them apart, finagle them however you want to. Let's see. I'll spread those apart a little bit like that. All right, so we're gonna go like that. Looks all right. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on there. Jean, I saw you said, I think her name is Bree, and you called her your son's girlfriend. So that's kind of cool. Think you were thinking that that was happening anyway, but that's pretty neat. Good for him. Good for them. So I'm just kind of like I say, I'm just gluing those down together. I'm going to put some dimensions behind it because I just half-heartedly put some glue on them just to get them to stick where I wanted them. So I'll put some dimensionals on them now. And I'm not real fond of the way I've got those layered there, but it works. So now we're just going to stick them down to the front. Oh, look, I cut that off. Oh, wait. All right, well, have no fear, Jill. You can fix that. So now I'm going to take the white piece of paper and we're going to use the a little note to brighten your day stamp with some pretty peacock ink. Oh, good. I'm glad. You were thinking she was going to be the girlfriend before long. So then we're going to stick that down like that. And show you the die set. I cut it out with this label here. Like so. And then we're going to pop it up on the front, and I'm going to cover up that leaf that I cut off. So get a dimensional. Put that right there. And then I will put a little bit of glue on the leaf there just to stick it in place. Then I have some, I don't know if this ribbon's still available. The Pretty Peacock in Gold. Might be on the clearance rack. I bought a couple of them for my Memories and More class that I did, and I got a bunch left. So we're going to use it. I'm going to pull that really tight because I don't want this ribbon's a little like fatter than what I really want, but I wanted these colors, so I pulled it tight. And then I'm just going to stick that in that kind of that gap right there. And we need to get some glue dots on that. Now, sometimes I use dimensionals. And so if it's going to be sitting down in this hole more, I would use dimensionals to keep it popped up at the same level as the rest of the elements that I put on there. But because this one is sitting more upright on these, I'm just going to stick it to them. And I'm not going to mess with that, or I will not cut it straight, and then I'll want to rip it off and start over. So there we go, guys. That's my headache relief card that I whipped up for you guys tonight. It's fun. It's an old technique. Just don't forget that you want to wipe your embossed areas off to pick up any residual color of ink that has stuck to it, because it's not going to soak in there. And I think that that's about it. You can use obviously any colors you want and make it your own that way. So I'm going to say goodbye, I think. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I don't know when I'll be back again. I got all kinds of ideas flowing, but if you guys could see what I've got going on down here, I'm a hot mess of what do I do first, what do I do next, and all that good stuff. So I got the card class for Sunday, like I said, pretty much done and ready to go. I think I got one more set of backpacks that I want to cut out, and then I'll be good. Then I can focus on cleaning up. But I'm going away again, so do I put it all away? I don't want to put it away because I'm just going to get it back out. So I got to hide a lot of it so that it's just out of the way. So anyway, I'm going to go. I will see you again. Thank you for watching, commenting, sharing, hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys being my friend and sticking with me. So I will see you again later. Have a good night. Bye. I think I gotta shut you down. There we go.